Hey everyone, Michelle here with Scrappy Soul Sister, and I am here with a design team layout for my creative scrapbook. Now, this is using the limited edition kit for January, which is primarily a simple vintage junk drawer with other bits and pieces of goodies. And so I thought before I started, since this will be my first layout, I would show you the distress colors that I picked out that I thought coordinated. I might not use all of these. I might use, some Lindy's or something else. But if I do any ink edging, distressing, then it'll be with these. And so for the pinks, I picked out Tattered Rose and Warm Lipstick, and no reason for the oxide versus the ink other than I don't have a full collection in either, so I just grabbed primarily the inks, but if I didn't have the color in ink, I grabbed the oxide. And so Tattered Rose, Worn Lipstick, Weathered Wood, and Stormy Sky for these two colors. Mowed Lawn, I also looked at Twisted Citron because there is some lighter green in here. And so if I do any mixed media with green, I might use the Twisted Citron as well. I grabbed Fossilized Amber, and then for my browns, Vintage Photo and Ground Espresso. So there is quite a bit of like dark charcoal in here. Black soot, of course, always. But I try not to use too much black, just because I tend to mess it up, and sometimes it's just a little too dark. Grays and browns feel a little bit more forgiving for me. But if I do use a black, of course, it'll be black soot. So I'll put these aside. So I thought I would scrapbook this picture of Cosmo. So we had Cosmo the years that my daughter was growing up. He was a fabulous dog. He passed away 2 years ago now. And I was going through my pictures and realized I hadn't scrapbooked this one. And when I was cutting out the tags, I found this one that said "Thinking of You." So since it's been 2 years since he left us, I thought it would be nice to do a picture of Cosmo. Now I have these two backgrounds I was thinking about using. Now I first was thinking about this one. And it could, fit in like that. My only concern with it is it just feels like his photo is like way up there. And his eyes are looking this way. I don't know. I might still do this. I guess I could always take this up here. No, it really needs to go down here. Or I was thinking this one feels a lot better. And then I can add some of the yellows and such in the ephemera, and it feels more like he is looking at you. So yeah, I think I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to use this stencil in places, maybe here, here, and here. And I was going to flock it. Now, I'll show you if I can put my hand on it. I experimented with it just to see how it would look. And so I just used a gel medium through the stencil, and then I covered it with this crushed velvet flocking. It does take a bit to dry, which is fine. But I really like that kind of raised look. So that is where we're going to start. All right, let's get to it. All right, so I have a lot of choices made already. I am going to go ahead and start applying the stencil. So I've used my little powder puff tool there to try to de-stick around it. I have a little bit of flocking that spreads, but not too bad. So I'm taking my glitter gel medium through this stencil, and I am going to go ahead and just pour my flocking on there and tap it around. I, you know, true confessions, I've had this flocking. It's been like a decade. It's been more than a decade. It might even be 2 decades. I don't know why I just never used it because I really like how it looks on this layout. So I'll definitely use it again. And so doing just a little bit of cleanup there, and I like how that looks. And so I'm going to go ahead and just one more spot. I know in the intro I mentioned three, but I'm going for that diagonal look. That is kind of my go-to and works really well with this style of paper. So I'm just going to do the two. And so same thing here. I don't know if I show you the whole thing. I might, but I'm just going to add the flocking, tap it around, and clean it up a little bit. And then I'm going to let it just completely dry on its own. I'm going to use any sort of air dryer that might blow that flocking around or melt it. Do just a little bit of cleanup there. So I'm going to come back to this, I believe, the next day. So it is all dry. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my photo. So adhesive there and then liquid adhesive on top of that with foam. It doesn't always like to stick to things, particularly if it's touching any sort of mixed media element below. And so I'm going to go ahead and place that. Now I have matted my photo. You can see there I used tissue paper. I used the black script paper, and then I used a embellishment that was in the kit, and just cut it in half and used it on the top left and right corner. And then I used a yellow sticker from the sticker sheet of those florals. I went ahead and added that green tag, and yeah, this is moving right along. That key position is going to change. So when I look at it here, I like it, but I'm going to pull it up. Felt like it was pulling that cluster down a little too far. So I wanted to lift it up a little bit. So that key is going up to the top left, adding a few little round elements. Now there's lots of either clocks or compasses or round button stickers, lots of round elements in this kit, which work well with that stencil work. I'm going to go ahead and adhere my flowers. Now I'm using a brown flower and a cream flower. Those are actually going to switch places. I'm not sure why or when, but they do. And I'm just using regular glue. Now, I think that during this layout, I have found most of my belongings and such from when I packed up. We had a evacuation for a flood warning. We didn't end up getting flooded, but I think I had a hard time finding my collage medium. I just used glue. So I have that statement. Always remember this for our gorgeous puppy there, Cosmo, and then that's yellow butterfly, a heart there up to above the flowers as well, and have that little caps lock button as one of the round elements I chose to use. I do have a stamp piece of ephemera under the yellow flower, and then did I mention, like at the very beginning, you can see there's black outline on to the left and the right. So I trimmed down this pattern paper and just mounted it on black. I just trimmed it on the left and the right and then sewed in a zigzag stitch um, that paper down. So that's what that is. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. I have my thinking of you tag there. I'm going to go ahead and add one more piece of ephemera with that little banner and then put memories on top of it. I think about using that little round ephemera piece that has like 5 or 6 different medallions on it, and I decide why cover my stencil work more than I already am going to. So I changed my mind with that. I am going to use this tag. I really like the clock element, though it's just going to, you're just going to see a peek of it towards the end because that's where my flowers are going to go. Now, when I'm doing my voiceover, I am mostly done with COVID. It's been a month. I got to tell you, I had knee surgery. We had the evacuation. We had a day without power. We hosted Christmas here for a couple dozen people, and then immediately, like 48 hours after that, came down with COVID. So yeah, December was a roller coaster for sure. But here are my flowers, and I have a big leaf element from those paper florals behind them. I have added a few little round elements, little typewriter key elements, or one has stars, snapshot of the past. And on all my tags, you can probably see I tie that off with yellow floss. So it's kind of a wax thread floss type of deal. So let's see, I decided to add the word love to next to that pound sign. And I am going to add a couple of butterflies. The one I'd already added up at the top, the yellow one. And I'm going to add an orange one as well. I'm interested when those flowers change because they're still white on the top and brown at the bottom. And I'm looking at my finished layout here, and it has brown on the top. So I'm not sure what happens. I go ahead and add some black gems to my butterfly stems. And then I am going to add some black frills to my flowers just to tie in a little bit more black. And yeah, other than that, at some point those flowers are going to change, and I am also going to add some black splatters, and that's going to be my layout. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that you enjoy this January kit as much as I do. So appreciate any likes or subscribes or comments. So thank you for that. And here are the close-ups.